In the previous video, we learned what limits are and how to find a basic one. The general rule is that if you're finding the limit of a function of x as x approaches some number a, we just plug in a for x. The problem is, sometimes our function is complicated and has multiple expressions within that function. These rules are going to help us deal with these kinds of functions. Let's look at the first example. In this case, we want to find the limit as x approaches 1. Here, our function is 2x plus the square root of x. That's two expressions. But according to this rule, we can just take the limit of each expression separately and then add them together. So the limit of 2x as x approaches 1, we just plug in 1 for x. And the limit of square root of x as x approaches 1, we just plug in 1 for x, and then we add them. There's a similar rule for subtraction. Here's an example of multiplication. Our function has 2x times root x. As a result, we're going to find the limit of each of those expressions, 2x and square root of x, separately, and then just multiply the result. The quotient rule here is the same, except we're just going to divide them rather than multiplying them. Let's look at our last example. In this case, we have one function inside of another one, since 2x is under the square root. All we have to do is just work from inside to outside. So to find the limit of the inside, we're just going to plug in 1 for x. Then the result of that, we're going to plug in to the square root. That's called the substitution rule, and it's the trickiest of them all, but they're all very similar, in that in general, you can just plug in a, in this case 1, for x. These rules are the addition rule, subtraction rule, product rule, quotient rule, and the substitution rule. The bottom line is you can plug in a for x and you're good to go. When it doesn't work, that might require factoring or rules that we will learn about in the future. For some more complicated examples, check out the practice video that comes right after this one.